Head. I am old enough to remember tales that strengthen my belief in a deep, semi-religious influence that was formerly at work among our people. I can remember old fellows in my hometown speaking feelingly of an evening spent on the big empty plains. It has taken the shrillness out of them. They have learned the trick of quiet. All right, these are all very familiar arguments, right? We need wild country available to us, even if we never do more than drive to its edge and look in. And here's that famous phrase that many others have echoed, and it comes from Stegner's Wilderness Letter. It can be a means of reassuring ourselves of our sanity as creatures, a part of the geography of hope. Stegner also famously called for a society to match the scenery, right? He was somewhat disgusted, as many of us are, by the crassness of our built environment, right? The crassness of our society in the context of the wonder, of the natural landscape, right? And how anyway, all right, so was that it? Was that my last? I think maybe that was my last. No, okay, that's right. Then we got the stuff on Henry David Thoreau, right? We're not reading any Thoreau. Oftentimes we start my class by reading Thoreau, but again, he's another guy that just didn't make the cut this term. But you've all heard of him, so. And he's really done more to contribute to a sort of a North American virtue ethic than any other writer, really. These are his environmental virtues, right, that he adds. Thoreau would add, right? He would say, okay, these are all very important. And notice, health, again. Health is a virtue as well as a moral norm, okay? But Thoreau would add all of these, too. So, and the point of all these virtues, right, listing a virtue is the point is that the claim is being made that a person who cultivates these characterological dispositions, or more simply, these character traits, a person who cultivates these character traits is on the road to achieving personal excellence, which is synonymous with virtue, all right? And moreover, the cultivation of these character traits will lead to a flourishing life, okay? A life of sustained enjoyment. The Greek word is eudaimonia, which is often usually translated as flourishing, right? The goal of a human life is not necessarily happiness, because happiness can be achieved in all kinds of non-virtuous ways, right? The goal of human life is flourishing or sustained enjoyment, or what they call eudaimonia, right? And to achieve eudaimonia, you would expect someone like, a European who traveled over to the New World to come up with this stuff, right? And sure enough, Thoreau did. He noticed that, well, you need more than just these traditional virtues to live a good life. You also need these, right? You need to be humble about what you receive from the natural world. You need to express gratitude for what you receive from the natural world, which is everything, right? Everything we get is from nature. So, anyway, so that's our little introduction to environmental ethics. And my favorite part of this essay that I've asked you to read from Cafaro is his description of the three famous properties in Leopold's maxim, right? Integrity, stability, and beauty of an ecological whole. These are super virtues. Cafaro reinterprets these as super virtues, right? Which is kind of cool. They are super virtues for all, right? For human communities, for biotic communities, and for mixed human biotic communities. So, anyway, we'll get more into beauty on Thursday, okay? And look for an email from me later today. And thank you for your patience. Oh, I have some of these older. I don't think they're in alphabetical order. Please pick up whatever you can, okay? At some point, I just have to recycle them. So yeah, your essays are back there on that table. If you haven't retrieved your essay yet.
I was kind of interested in the
yeah, thank you.
coordination for the environmental side.
What's that?
I was kind of interested in doing the coordination on the.
Oh, so you want to be the head of Columbia River Keeper?
Dan Saris?
Dan Saris. Okay, that's you, man. You're Dan Saris.
If that's the case, that's
you got to organize your ragtag band of protesters.
Could you? I can definitely do that. Organizing protesters, I'm all about that.
Right on.
All right.
But
Let's go have a, you want to go have a beer? over
Yeah,
there?
we're actually
All right.
into the road. It's the road.
That always takes me a little bit because I have to stop at my office and drop things off. Takes me a while to pack up.
I think we're gonna grab food over there, and so do beers.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
Professor,
Yes.
if I could.
Did you do okay in your essay?
Oh, yeah.
Good, man. Right on. What's your name? Chris Thompson, yeah.
I was wondering if I could volunteer for the Indigenous perspective.
Oh, sure, man, absolutely. Yeah, you got it. You're reserved for the Indigenous perspective, so anyone else comes up, you might have an ally on that, I don't know.
Okay.
But usually there's only one.